Hey neighbors, Tom Zapolsky here, your board president at Venture Out. I made a longer form video yesterday and posted it. Today's April 25th, 2023. And then I wanted to break off a few pieces to explain in greater detail. But one of the very exciting things I wanted to report to you is because of the work of our treasurer, Miss Cindy Rainey, who serves as treasurer and also as a member of the board of directors, we got some pretty cool information to share with you. And again, I just would like to reiterate that in order to get to this point to where we can report accurately in real time on data, 2 years or more worth of work have gone into rebuilding the engine in the front office, meaning all of our accounting materials. For those of you who've run businesses before, you understand the process of accounting and making sure that monies are categorized appropriately and have the right codes behind them and tie back to a budget. And because of this type of work that's been going on in the front office, when we prepare budgets, we can go back and see in great detail exactly how much any particular activity costs, so that our budgets annually better reflect reality and other operational considerations. Now, we'll always be hit with the surprise insurance rate increase. We as homeowners know that's unpredictable, and you have to kind of deal with it as it comes at you. There will be the anomalies that occur, but from a standard operational process, how much does it cost to run the front office? How much does it run to operate our pools? How much does all these areas, because of the work of Cindy Rainey and the people that she's surrounded herself with. I won't go into the long list of names that support, but she'll be the first to tell you she hasn't been alone. We've got some great information. One of the things we're able to do is report in pretty real time. I mean, it's not just the push of a button, but with great accuracy, a few categories. So a typical email that the board would receive as far as a financial update. I'm looking at one now. It's a few paragraphs long. I won't read it all to you, but let's talk about that category of aged receivables. I mentioned in my previous video that now that our house is really in order, we can look site by site or lot by lot, owner by owner, at an account and see with great clarity and confidence any outstanding budget or payments, or the fact that they're absolutely paid up properly. When we find an outstanding invoice or condo fee, the owner receives an email, and oftentimes it's just a little, oh, wait a second, something changed at my bank, or I'm so sorry, my daughter had a baby and I've been out of town for a month with the new baby, I'll get it right to you, and it's swept up nicely. But for the more habitual ones, it also brings those to the front, people with larger balances for the board to take action on. Now, I spoke to you a minute ago about the importance of developing that budget that reflects operational reality. That budget that we do each year, you might say, okay, great, what does that have to do with me? It directly impacts you. The condominium fee, the fees you pay to the community are based, we're funding the community on how much it costs to set aside reserves so we're ready for things when they break, to operationally run, what kind of padding is needed. And as you know, and as I know, I don't want the condo fee to be even $1 more than it needs to be. I do expect that we're going to have a beautifully maintained community with beautiful amenities, because we have all invested in our community. So broken down, beat up amenities are not okay with me. We have to find a way to get there and get things up to speed. Professionally managed and operated staff and security, grounds and maintenance. When I spend money in our resort community, I want to come in and see a quality experience. We've come a long way. We got some work to do. But that money comes from you, and it comes from these budgets. So here's just a quick example. This data is about a week old, but I'm sure Cindy could produce another one very quickly, but I'm not going to bother her today asking for that because this is more of an example. But the age receivable collection activity continues to be pretty successful. Status for this week as of today, 32 letters were sent. She identified about $148,000 in age receivables, I'm rounding, and has collected in that period of time a little over $31,000. And the feedback she's given us is that people are responsive and they were unaware of the situation and the checks are inbound or the wire transfer is happening. But when you think about operationally, the fact that we now as a community know with a great deal of confidence that a six-figure outstanding balance amongst 735 owners, now it's not a lot actually, it's a lot of money, but when you divide that by the volume of owners we have, we don't have like this crisis, but it's being monitored and reviewed and evaluated, and we know with clarity where that money is owed, and we're able to pursue it, which keeps our budgets in line. With regard to the special assessment that we passed, and it ran last year, it was just due December 31st of 2022. Special assessment collection status of today, due is $622,155.45. Collected is $605,119.61. That's 97.26% of the assessment has been collected. There's about $17,000 remaining. We have a few owners who've paid, have not paid anything, and we're in communication with them. We have a couple owners who owe a little more than $500 and a couple owners who own a little less than $500. So the spectrum of people who comprise and make up that 17 grand is diverse, but we're able to reach out and communicate with them and make sure that, gets corrected. So I wanted just to provide that update. Some people said, hey, where are we with this special assessment? So you can check that box. That's where we are as of last week. These numbers were sent to me last week on April 12th. I'm sure they've already improved. And then just in general, I wanted you to understand how the age receivables, how accounting, how we monitor, homeowner by homeowner, those types of activities to ensure that everyone's paying their fair share. And then also to share that having that clarity of detail within our budget whenever we buy anything. How much do we spend on maintenance supplies or chlorine or gas or trash or all the various items? We can now really, really see it with great detail so that when the Budget and Finance Committee create a budget for 2024 next year, it reflects operational realities. So anyways, I hope that's useful information to you. And since I've been on the board, when I first got on the board, it was alarming. And I was like, what is going on here? And then I can tell you now that I've received this kind of information. I see the quality manager we have in the front office, the quality board and volunteers that are helping right the ship. And I look at this and say, hey, this is good. I don't like any outstanding money, but I'm glad we know about it now. We're collecting it, right? So anyways, have a great day. See you.